I started a drone business 1 year ago. In this video, I'm going to go over what I've been able to accomplish in the past year, along with what I've been struggling to get off the ground. I'm also going to do a little bit of a financial breakdown to see whether I'm profitable or not. First, let's start with the good. The first thing I want to start off with is that's just fun to start a business. It's so amazing to see your first dollar come in that you earned entirely on your own, not from a job, not from somebody else, but you did all the work to get. The next thing is that there are just so many new challenges that I'm facing that I wouldn't have had to face if I didn't start my own business. From my time management skills to actually trying to attract and market and influence customers to come, going through the sales process. This is all stuff that I hadn't done before, and that is just really enjoyable to get new experience and start to develop new skills. And finally, one of my favorite parts is actually just flying drones and actually flying the event. It's so much fun walking around with the controller, walking around with your drone, people asking you questions, you capturing beautiful shots of an event. It's just overall a great experience. But what I like about the business is that the amount of work that I put in, I'm going to get out. If I decide to take a week off, guess what? I'm not going to get clients that week. I'm not going to get paid, and that's that. But if I grind really hard and I attract a couple clients, then I'm going to be able to get some work from that. Now, onto the bad. One of the worst parts about starting any business is going to be that it takes up time. There's always going to be some sort of task or something to do next, and there's always going to be work to do. There's always going to be something that needs to get done, whether it's updating your business, reaching out to clients, editing videos and photos. All of it just adds up to a lot of time that, frankly, I just don't have. Additionally, there's not a ton of drone-specific work, and I mean that in two ways. One, a lot of the work that I'm doing on my business isn't drone work. It's not actually flying events and interacting with people. It's more the behind-the-scenes work. Attracting clients, updating your website, getting portfolios ready to send out, all that stuff. And also, I'm just not finding a ton of drone specific work. I found a lot of success flying bigger events for bigger cities, but when it comes to more consistent, maybe retainer clients, I'm not finding a lot of success for that in drone work. And finally, I feel like I'm just kind of moving slow. Going back to what you put in is what you get out. If you're moving slow, you're going to get slow results, right? But it's just a lot of work to do when you have to be the one to attract clients, update your website, edit your videos, actually do this drone shoot. All of it adds up in time. So what I'm struggling with is really leveraging my time in the most efficient ways, trying to get the most out of my work. One thing that I want to try and focus on in this next year is trying to get some sort of help, whether it's just an editor or maybe it's just someone to help me organize my shoots and stuff, or reach out maybe. I'm just looking for some sort of help to offload some of the work for me. Here's some tips for you if you're starting your drone business today. First off, if you want to start a successful drone business, you want to hit the ground running and keep that momentum going as long as you can. You have to put in work to see the results. Especially when you're truthfully the only person who wants your business to succeed, you have to put in the time and work to get that ball rolling and get that work done. The next tip I have for you is to focus on one customer at a time. Really make them a priority, make it the best experience possible for them, and they'll end up vouching for you down the line. What helped me early on was finding one person, one client who really believed in me and really believed in the work that I was doing. They were willing to vouch for me online, they were willing to help me get new clients, and they really referenced a ton of different people to me for different drone jobs. So focus on one client at a time and make sure that's the best experience possible. The third tip I have for you is to outsource early. As a sole owner of your business, you have to use your time as efficiently as possible. So you should play to your strengths and outsource your weaknesses. For me, I was spending hours on video editing every single client every single week. So if I have too many clients going at once, I'll outsource my editing and make sure that I can prioritize my customers and their experience. One way or another, you need to continue to grow your business. If you're not growing, you're dying. Additionally, it might take you 3, 4, 5 times to actually find a quality editor that works well with you. I'm still constantly looking for a quality editor as time goes on with each new shoot. Now on to a financial breakdown. So far this year, I've been able to fly 10 paid shoots. This has racked me up only around $2,000, which means that my average price per shoot is around $200. Although I do this in my part-time, I did expect to fly a couple more shoots than I ended up doing. At this point, my business makes enough to cover my monthly costs, but all the extra money gets reinvested back into the business. Something that's really interesting to note about these drone shoots is that 7 out of 10 of my customers were repeat customers, and a couple of those others were actually referrals from some of those repeat customers. That just shows you that the relationships that you build are super important when you're starting a business. My plan is to actually double down on this opportunity and try and really be a leader in video production in my area. I think that can be extremely valuable to be the go-to person for video production in my city. There's a very popular downtown area, and I think that would be a great place to focus on. Another opportunity that I see is that my average drone shoot is only around $200. What I tend to recommend clients is a 60-second video and a couple of photos. The opportunity that I see is actually trying to offer a little bit more in terms of service with the same footage. If I go shoot an event, instead of just offering one 60-second video, maybe I can break that down into one 60-second video and 3 shorts, or 3 Instagram reels. Maybe I can add some photos or make some graphics to go along with it. There are a ton of opportunities to increase that average price, so I think that's an opportunity that I'm going to look to do. In terms of expenses, most of my money goes to my monthly expenses. Things like Adobe, my client galleries, my website. I recently switched to Dropbox from Pixieset, so there are a ton of monthly costs that go into just starting a business. For my monthly expenses, that all comes out to around $75 a month. Really, the only other expense that I sometimes have is a video editor. Again, I actually do this a lot for myself if I have the time to, so this isn't a huge cost for me, but it's definitely something to take note of. Ultimately, my goal with this business is to grow it and try and make it as profitable as possible. So in addition to drone work, I actually also got a camera, and I am going to start offering clients ground work, ground photos, and ground videos to see how that goes as well. I think that this can be a really great opportunity and really just increase my profitability. So with the cost of the drone and that price, I'm probably right around that profitability mark. I might not be profitable yet, but I'm soon on my way. Overall, even though I might not be profitable right now, I still consider the past year of this business a huge success. I've been able to get off the ground and really start just building some skills up, really developing my management skills, and helping me overall. If you got value from this video, you might like to check out this one up here. Thanks for watching.